to see all of you. And I know a lot of you will probably catch this on the replay. So I'm waiting for a few people to maybe find me. It's been a really good day. So I'm putting on my gratitude. Very thankful for today. We celebrated my son's 28th birthday. And just very excited, you know. He's had a rough time, and he's come out on the other side, and he's doing really well now. And 5 years ago, I didn't think he'd make it to his 28th birthday. So, hi, I see some of you guys jumping on. Hi, Karen. Hi, Caitlin. And so today was just a lot of, did a lot of things around the house. Hi, Jennifer. And I see Michelle. So got caught up on a few things. I've been doing a lot of reading, and then, like I said, we celebrated Evan's birthday this evening. So very thankful, have my gratitude, very thankful. And I'm also very thankful for all of you. I am so thankful for all of you. I love talking with you guys. I love listening to your stories. I love hearing your journeys about wellness. And it just warms my heart, and I get so excited whenever I can share things with you, and I love it when you share things back. So please, please comment. Hi, Carol. Please comment in here and share. I want to talk tonight about convention. Convention is amazing. It is fast-paced. We hit the ground practically running. So we fly out there on Tuesday. As soon as we land, we're heading to AromaShare. And AromaShare is this really neat place in a hotel where they have rooms set up. And Young Living approves the vendors to come in. So they're Young Living approved, and they sell things, all kinds of things. Jewelry, purses, everything's geared to oils. So, purses, jewelry, oil holders. But the other really neat thing about it is a lot of the diamonds are there, and they publish books. So they're there talking about their books. And we posted some pictures. We were able to get our pictures with several people like Jim Bob. I know a lot of you guys follow Jim Bob. I like Charnel, Dr. Charnel. She really dives deep into the frequencies of the oils, and then just the frequencies of matter. Everything has a frequency. Our words have frequency. Our thoughts have frequency. So she dives really deep into all of that stuff. I love her. Got to see her. So we're very busy that day. Sarah Harnish is there. So we're running all over the place, just soaking it all up, seeing everything. And then on Wednesday, we make our way to the farm, which is the busiest day of the farm days. And the reason we go in all the madness is because we don't want to miss all the workshops that are Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But we do make it out to the Mona Farm. You saw pictures of that. It was just beautiful. I was really excited to stand in the goldenrod this year because I have learned a little bit about goldenrod, and it lets the light shine from within, among other things. But so it was really neat that goldenrod was there. So that's a really busy day, and then we made our way out to the stadium at night to hear Mary Young talk about Gary. And the rest of the week then, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we were doing workshops and just learning everything we can about the products, going into the expo, being able to touch the makeup and try the makeup and mink charrette and the whole 9 yards of that. So we come home and we are actually exhausted. And I hope my battery's going to hold up here. Hi, Denise. I thought I had enough juice to get me through. So we'll see. Yikes. I better get started. Okay, so what touched me, so this week I'm going to go live every night this week, and I'm going to talk about, first of all, tonight, Seed to Seal, because this is the core and heart of the company and of what we do and why we do it. And then it leads into everything else. I'll talk about CBD oil later in the week. I'm going to talk about why we need to ditch all of these chemicals and what they're doing to our body. And so it's all going to make sense to you as we get going. So tonight, though, we need to revisit Seed to Seal. Seed to Seal is very, very important. Young Living had farmers come in, and Michelle, you can correct me if I'm wrong. You guys, this is how I remember it. So it's Diane's version, okay? This is how I remember it. But I believe there were 9 corporate farms represented, and these were the head farmers that run the corporate farms. And they learned their farming from Gary. It touched me probably more than any other workshop, and this is the reason why. They cared so much about what they do. They care about the plants, the seeds, everything about the entire process. They love it when people come to the farms. They want to share the farming with us when we come and visit. They also talked a lot about Gary. Gary taught them. Carrie taught them how to farm, and they gave stories about what Gary taught them. Gary understood the chemistry of the soil. He understands biology, and when he would come to a farm, he didn't just walk around. He actually got down on his hands and knees, and he was farming with the men. He was doing the work, and he would work alongside these guys when he was there from morning to night. And they had held him in such high regard from that. And it just really just made me, I wish now I would have recorded it because they were so passionate. Yes, they were just so passionate about what they do, which makes me passionate and thankful for them. Gary also held the farmers in high esteem. He believed they were the most important people in the company because they're the ones that bring us the oils. So, if you understand seed to seal, then you're going to understand how valuable these really are, because these just don't come to us made in a factory, ship them out. It is amazing what lengths they go to bring the oils to us. And when you understand that, then you understand how valuable it really is and how special these oils really are to us. So, seed to seal. It sets us apart. It sets us apart from any other company out there. Other companies will say that they have a guarantee, and they probably do. They guarantee what's in the bottle. However, they don't guarantee the seed. They don't guarantee the soil. And that is a big deal because we want the purity. And I'll go into that later on. So we are the only company to guarantee essential oils quality from seed to seal. We extract most of our oils through steam distillation. However, we do cold press with citrus, okay? And then we do some stuff with resin. But for the most part, we do steam distillation. A wide variety of plants, roots, bushes, trees, and resins. This life-giving energy of essential oils cannot be duplicated in a sterile environment. So, when you look, and I love to use my little plant here. This is my aloe vera plant, and you guys know about aloe vera. All you do is break off a little bit, and then it'll have that oil inside that you can rub on any burn, and it'll make it feel better. That's been around forever. This plant cannot be duplicated. It cannot be duplicated in a lab. There are synthetic constituents that can be made similar to the structure, but they have none of the living plant energy that holds the God-given medicinal value of the oil that is released from the plant itself. So, when we're talking about Young Living, these have that. All other companies, they don't. They can't tell you where their farms are. They can't tell you anything about their farms. So where am I getting my information tonight? I'm getting it from the Essential Oils Desk Reference. Almost everybody in this group has this desk reference. You have the mini, and in the mini, I'm sure it talks about seed to seal, so you can go back and reread some of these things. So another thing that just really makes us very special, and Gary very special because he realized this about the oils, is that there's a study done, and I'm going to just kind of read this part, The Living Energy Universe by Gary Schwartz and Linda Rusek. The authors discuss the theory of systemic memory. They note that the aromatic compounds contained in rose, for example, will have a different systemic memory than the very same aromatic compounds created chemically in a laboratory. That's why your lavender smells different when you just buy it from the drugstore. This implication may help explain why aromatherapy and other natural remedies such as herbs work. When the distiller extracts the essential oil from the plant, he or she may be extracting the essential systematic memories that reflect the wholeness of the plant themselves, in addition to the unique combination of the physical components that comprise the individual plant. That's the essence of the plant, is here. It cannot be made synthetically. That is why Young Living takes so much care to capture the pure energy of the plants and guard the entire seed to seal process. Equally important is the freshly produced oil is filtered in laboratory testing, verifies the potency of the oil and the desired chemical structure. The oil is then put into bottles in the Young Living facility, and we watched them bottle lavender. They were bottling lavender and yarrow the day we were there. So again, the pure essence of it is here, and Gary recognized that that could not be manufactured in a company somewhere. So seeds, Gary takes great he takes great care in finding the right kind of seeds, and he has taught the farmers to do the same. So, we're not just using any seed. The seed has to be the right seed that will produce the most potency to get the result from the oil that we want. So, great care in the seeds. The organic herb farming is another big piece of this. The key to producing oils with genuine therapeutic quality starts with the proper cultivation of the herbs in the field. The plants should be grown, and it's right here in the book, should be grown on virgin land, uncontaminated by chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and fungicides and herbicides. They should also be grown away from nuclear plants, highways, cities, and heavily populated areas. Because they're robust, healthy plants produce higher quality essential oils. The soil should be nourished with enzymes, minerals, and organic mulch. The mineral content of the soil is crucial to the proper development of the plant. So again, I'm going to talk later on about why we want to get chemicals out of our physical body and why we need to clean up our diets. We can do all of that, but if we don't pay attention to how things are grown in the soil, we're putting it right back into our bodies. So a lot of us, most of us, I would believe, are using these oils to help heal our bodies. The last thing we want is it to be grown in soil that's laden with pesticides and herbicides and all the chemicals. Also, water is very important, and Gary knew that mountain stream water is the best and the purest, and it also has a high mineral content. So, he either believed that they needed to be watered from deep well waters or mountain stream waters is what he liked. That's why a lot of these farms are in and around the mountains. Let's see, what else? So organic farming is really important. Harvesting. So, now if we think about this, we understand the process of how and why we want to use the real plant, not synthetics, that our seeds are very important, that it has to be organic farming with really clean soil, up to 40 years without any pesticides or anything like that. So he wants virgin land. Harvesting is now very important, and the farmers talked about the harvesting and how they go about it. Timing is one of the most important things. The time of day affects the... I just got a phone call. It's the first time that's happened to me, but anyway. Hi, Nicole. So, so the timing is very, very important. They just don't go out and they don't say that on July, 30th, we're going to harvest lavender. They actually watch the plants, and they watch and they look for, the constituents. There goes my phone again.
Call from wireless caller.
It's my daughter. Erica, hold on.
Call from wireless color.
Hello? Okay, good. Hey, I'm doing a live, so I'm going to let you go and call you back here in a minute. Okay, bye. Jordan's playing football, so it's football news. So anyway, I'll let her know, Nicole. I'll let her know. I've missed you, Nicole. I can't wait to get back to school to see you. We need to get together. So timing is really important, and they watch all kinds of things with the plants, and they're constantly checking them. They're going out in the fields. Even when it comes time to actually harvest, they're checking them every hour and running tests to try to know exactly when to harvest it. So that is a big deal. It has to be the right season. In some instances, even hours can make a huge difference. The amount of dew on the leaves can make a big difference. The amount of sunshine, the humidity, all of these things. Again, so Gary was a chemist, knew the soil, a botanist, knew plants, and also understood weather. So all of these things at all of the farms are very, very important. They just don't say, today we're going to go harvest lavender. End of story. They look for they do all of their testing, they watch the plants very carefully, and when the plants are ready, that's when they do it. Distillation is now another big thing. They have a master distiller who oversees the entire process, and it is as much a science as it is an art. And Gary, the farmers talked about that. Gary teaching them the distilling process and how to understand it. And it was interesting too because Gary created a lot of his own distilleries and made them. And so we got to see pictures of that, and Mary talked about that. Testing is another huge thing. Testing. Each essential oil must pass extensive testing to ensure an optimal bioactive profile. Young Living uses its own internal labs as well as third-party testing from essential oil experts in other countries. So some of the tests, they do routine tests that are quality control. They do identity testing. They do composition testing. They do gas chromatography testing, purity testing, and safety data sheet testing. I have no idea what all that means, but you might want to look that up. All I can tell you is that it is extensive testing, and so they have labs at the farms where they test. They have a state-of-the-art lab at the new headquarters, the international headquarters, that has this gas chromatography thing. And again, a lot of work, people. A lot of work goes into this bottle. I've now come out of, I've come back from convention just even more thankful and more in awe of what actually goes on to bring us these oils. Last year when I went to convention, I was just kind of blown away by the whole thing. There were, 30,000 people there, and it was just extensive. This year there were 40,000 people there. We were on the move, but I really appreciated things more, the talks more. I wasn't so blown away. And so this is one of the things that really touched me. And then finally, the sealing, they bottle them. And we were watching them bottle yarrow and lavender when we were there. So, yes, Young Living, there's lots of essential oil companies out there. There's a lot of them out there. And actually, I would say probably the one that's closest to us as far as purity would be doTERRA. doTERRA, if you don't know, doTERRA split from Young Living. I don't remember the date. Michelle or Carol, you might remember the date, or Cassidy, but here's basically what happened is that Gary, he'd already had the Mona Farm. I think it was the Mona Farm. St. Mary's for sure, because St. Mary's has been here for 25 years. And Gary was really into the farming part of it. The reason being is that Gary Young has always been about product before profit. To him, he wasn't out to make a ton of money. That was never his goal. His goal was just to bring a really quality oil to people. Gary had a really bad accident when he was right in his 20s. He broke his back. It was a logging accident. He was told he would never walk again. He didn't believe the doctors at the time, and he said, you know what? He said, yes, Carol, you're right. It is purpose before profit. I said that wrong. Purpose before profit. He didn't even know about essential oils. They weren't around really, but he started getting into herbs and tinctures and holistic medicine that way to heal himself so he could walk, and he did. And then from there, he began to work on oils and test oils and just figure this whole oil thing out, which just blows my mind. But his whole idea was never to build a huge company. All he wanted to do is he knew people were out there hurting like he was, and he just wanted to bring an alternative to them. He wanted people to know you have a choice, and you don't always have to take a medicine or a medication. And I am not against medication. Evan, who turned 28 last Saturday, and we celebrated his birthday today, thank God we've had the surgeons and the doctors because they saved his life, and he was one that may never have walked again. With the big back surgery he had, in fact, we were told he wasn't going to walk for probably a year. However, Evan worked really hard and recovered pretty quickly. So I'm not against anything like that. However, I am against maintenance medications. And I don't think that we always need to be taking all of the, at least for me, the Tylenol, the Advils, medicines for depression and all of this stuff. Maybe there's other things we can try first, is all I'm saying. And Gary was saying the same thing. So getting back quickly to doTERRA. doTERRA did not want to the people that he was working with in the head office, his close-knit group did not agree with him about owning farms. They said, that is crazy. The farms will cost you too much money. You'll never make a profit. We will go under. And Gary said, that's not what this is about. This is about bringing quality oils to people. And so these 5 people, and it almost sounds like it was in the middle of the night, but they took computers, they took recipes, and they left. And they went off and started their own company, and there was a big lawsuit that took place and everything, and I don't know any of the details of that. So doTERRA does have, their on guard is a lot like our thieves. Here's the big difference, though, between doTERRA and Young Living. doTERRA's oils are not as potent. The molecules and the energy inside their bottles are not as vibrant because they don't pay attention to the farms. So a lot of times what you're getting in their oils is, who knows? Are there farms beside big cities? Are there chemicals and pesticides? doTERRA people can't even tell you that. Their farms are third-party farms. They just outsource, and they don't know. So we have the best, and what we have here actually works, and I know all of you guys know that. And so, tonight before you go to bed, look at your oils and just say, wow, there's a lot of love that went into each bottle. Yes, Carol, they're not as pure. They have additives. That's why there's expiration dates. There are some synthetics added to them because they want the smell to be the same in every single bottle. Where Young Living, like I said, they harvest at peak time, depending on when the oil, is at its most potent. So each batch smells a little bit different because maybe one batch got a little bit more sunlight, another batch had a little bit more dew on the leaves, another batch had whatever, but it still met all of the testing, requirements, the high standards of the testing. Yes, Carol, I know, doTERRA, yes. doTERRA has expiration dates. Ours do not because there's nothing added. Pure oil. So anyway, that's my talk tonight because I want you to really understand the goodness that you have, because as we go on through the week and we talk about different things and we talk about the CBD oil, this is going to make a whole lot more sense to you when you realize the amount of work that goes into bringing a bottle of oil to you. So that's my impression. One of my impressions from convention. I just really enjoyed those farmers. I wish now I would have recorded it. And who knows, maybe it'll show up in a YouTube video. I don't know. I think that's all I have to say. I do know, I wanted to let you know that there are a couple of things coming up. I wonder what I did with my paper. Of course, now I don't have my paper. Oh, it fell. All right. If you want to know about all of the new convention products and you want to see the CBD oil, Michelle is going to have all the new products out at her house on Wednesday, July 31st at 6:30. That's 1094 Venetian Way. So I really encourage you to come out. This will be very informal. We'll just be talking about our experiences. We'll be talking about what we've learned and sharing all the new products. So please come to that. You don't want to miss it. And then on August 6th, the benefits of Young Living CBD products. That's going to be at Carol Myroff's house, and she's going to talk specifically about the benefits of CBD oil and the products that we have now partnered with Nature's Ultra. And that will be at Carol Myroff's house, 14751 Liberty Church in Minerva at 6:30, August 6th. And then my house, August 14th, I will be talking about how to use your starter kit, and also I will be talking about the CBD oil. So, you know, if you haven't used your oils in a while, you've kind of gotten away from them, you want to get back into them, you know, come to my class on the 14th, and I now have a scanner. I can scan you. We can talk about the oils in your kit. We can talk about the benefits of the CBD oil. And just, you know, falling in love with your kit again. You have an amazing kit. It values at like $400. I think Carol probably knows the exact price, but you know, when you bought that kit for $165, you got your diffuser, you got 12 oils, and those oils have amazing, amazing properties that will help you on your health and wellness journey. Yes, you can also make a diffuser succulent plant at Michelle's on Wednesday night, the 31st, for $10. And that's a lot of fun. I enjoy that. I'm going to make another one. So please, you know, come on over, sit down, and just enjoy the evening with us. All right, I'll be on tomorrow night. So tomorrow night, I'm going to talk to you about why it's so important that we have clean products that don't have a lot of these toxins and chemicals in them. So stay tuned. I'll be on about 8:30 or 9 o'clock, somewhere in that area. We'll see you soon.